With a roar that pierces the shadowing sky, a storm descends, a vengeful spirit, foretelling chaos and the wrath of thunder. Arturo Gatti was known for his ferocious spirit and electrifying presence. He embodied the raw power and unpredictability of a storm, with every punch thrown that felt as though the sky itself rumbled. Gatti captured the world title at junior and super lightweight. Revered as the people's champion, he was a true gladiator of the ring who poured every drop of heart and spirit into each fight, embodying the essence of the ultimate blood and guts warrior. His spirit left an indelible mark in the hearts of the fans, leaving an echo in the wake of his presence. Gatti was not just a boxer, he was a warrior that struck fear and awe in equal measure.
Right uppercut, and you see
that was perfect, George. And not only that, he's getting his whole body into it, like one of those home run hitters throw a.
If you weren't acquainted with Arturo Gatti's storied career, you might mistake him for a relentless brawler, given the blood-soaked battles that define his legacy. Yet beneath that fierce exterior, he was a refined boxer puncher, a strategist who only unleashed his warring spirit when provoked. At his core, Gatti boasted solid fundamentals that set the foundation for his boxing. His footwork was deft, allowing him to maintain range and cut angles with precision. He danced behind a long jab, patiently finding his mark before unleashing a symphony of punches and fluid combinations. Gatti understood the art of defense as well, performing technical nuances with grace, good head movement, effective parrying, and purposeful exits after his flurries. He even excelled at boxing off his back foot, luring his opponents into the web before punishing them with perfectly placed counters. Gatti's unsatiable hunger for offense often eclipsed any instinct for defense. His relentless pursuit of violence often turned the ring into his bloody canvas, where he painted his victories with bold, audacious red strokes, often at the expense of his own protection. Always reserved to maintain until the moment he took a solid punch. Then all the finesse transformed into warfare. At his core, he was a gunslinger, ready to play a dangerous game of roulette with his warrior mentality, igniting chaotic duels that left audiences breathless.
It's accurate punching. Both fighters tasting it like Sanabria, and I can see it. He's strong. Blocked is Gatti.
What set Gatti apart was his fearless nature. He had already accepted the possibility of defeat before stepping into the ring. Armed with such destructive power, he understood that in the heat of battle, the odds swung in his favor, turning every exchange into an opportunity for glory. Time and again, Gatti succumbed to the allure of his own strength, and this intoxicating blend of fearlessness and power transformed him into a thunder in the ring. He relished the thrill of fierce exchanges, diving headfirst into the fiery chaos without a second thought. The adrenaline of those relentless exchanges ignited his spirit, and with remarkable resilience, he threw punches with both hands while absorbing punishment like a warrior.
Everything Buddy McGord said about using the ring, it's a good sign for it.
Too often, he found himself knocked down or hurt, only to rise again, finding his way back to triumph. This resilience revealed the indomitable spirit he held within, a fearless blood and guts warrior who refused to back down until the very end. His speed and power were thunderous allies in these back and forth duels, as he relentlessly tested his opponent's resolve. For those who faltered, the punishment of his wrath could fade a man into darkness, leaving behind damaged egos and broken hearts.
Gatti, killer knockdown.
Gatti was a craftsman in the ring, tactically weaving his punches like an artist with a brush. His fists flowed in flurries, combinations that could collapse even the toughest adversaries. His attacks were an unyielding storm. Most guards were impenetrable to him. With a high volume of punches, he embraced the philosophy that his defense doubled as his offense, fighting fire with fire. In the brutal ballet of boxing, only the resilient survive, and Gatti thrived in that chaos.
Listen, leaves himself open.
While many boxers overlooked the body, Gatti zeroed in on it, methodically dismantling opponents like a lumberjack chopping a tree, striking low to break them down from the roots. Each vicious shot aimed to soften his rivals, leaving the lungs struggling for air and the kidneys aching. He reveled in the art of the body shot, transforming the painful pursuit into a symphony of destruction.
27, 2 rounds. Gatti, remember pounding away at Manfredi's ribcage with vicious shots, right? And Gatti is making his presence felt with these.
A punch so electrifying, you would have thought the lungs were punctured, creating a shockwave effect throughout the body, with the insides reeling, leaving his adversaries breathless as they gasped for air. A shot so ferocious that it could stop a freight train dead in its tracks.
On these, other than to set up this. He's got the ring worried.
Though Gatti may have lost his titles, he didn't need a belt to prove his worth. He was the people's champion, the embodiment of the ultimate blood and guts warrior. With the spirit of the ancient gladiator, he displayed unparalleled heart and fierce determination in every bout. No opponent too daunting for him. He embraced the challenge, undeterred by fear. Time and again, Gatti found himself facing insurmountable odds, yet he battled through the pain and exhaustion, embodying an unyielding spirit that inspired countless fans. He was the quintessential blue-collar warrior of boxing, grinding through adversity and tackling the toughest fights without a hint of complaint. His career was a roller coaster of triumphs and tribulations, marked by tough losses and unexpected setbacks. Yet, it was his remarkable ability to rise from the ashes and continue competing at the highest level that showcased his true resilience and tenacities, qualities that endeared him to fans and carved his mark into boxing's history. Gatti's legacy will forever be woven into the fabrics of our memories. He left a part of himself in the ring to ignite our passion as fans. His spirit will continue to resonate in our hearts, eternally cherished and celebrated. Forever in our hearts. Rest in peace, Arturo. You will never be forgotten.